Capricorn. My name is Audrey Alison, and this is your December 2014 forecast for the month. I'm excited to be here, and thank you so much for joining me, subscribing, liking, Google Plusing, and sharing these podcasts. And I want to start off the month discussing Mars, because the second half of the month is all about you. And it's pretty amazing what's occurring this month for you. I'm sure you already feel the presence of faith and optimism. The 4th of December, Mars is going to transit out of your sign, where you've had a lot of this energy, and into Aquarius, into your second house of finance, money. Mars is energy. Mars is passion, determination, will, drive, ambition. Going into the second house, this is everything, because this is where he can double up the funds, can make money manifest, energy to create more money, the ambition to go after what it is you are due, and giving you energy to uplift your self-worth is what Mars is doing. Now, Mars transits about every 60 days, so he's going to be here all through December and most of January. So that's great. It's a huge energy. But now, on the detriment to Mars, he is aggression and anger. So don't get worked up about the finances at the top of the month. Don't get heated. Allow him to take a minute and do what he does best, which is really initiate some action in this area if you've been lacking. And if you haven't, you'll just have an extra cushion. Nothing wrong with that. Now, on the 6th, we have our full moon. And this is at 14 degrees Gemini. Capricorn, Gemini is your 6th house of health and daily work, regimen, routine, workouts. To have a full moon in a sector brings things to a head, an illumination. Something is ending in this sector. You could actually be ending a physical ailment. You could be healing. Your body could be feeling like it's finished. Something has finished its problem. Whatever was aching or, physically sick, you're healing at this time. Full moon's putting an ending on that. So, and another way to look at it could be the full moon is bringing to a culmination the job area. Something's ending in your daily routine. Maybe you don't need to run every errand anymore. Something's changing in the structure or regimen of your day. Heed the information that comes to you around the 6th of December, because with every full moon, it's a lot of premonitions happening. The moon is very intuitive and reactive, so just pay attention to the messages that you're getting around that time. On the 8th of December, Jupiter, who's been stationed in Leo in your 8th house, is retrograding at 22 degrees Leo. And I'm not mad at that. I think that Jupiter, when he slows down, is very different from a Mercury retrograde or a retrograde that actually puts a damper on things. Jupiter is too magnificent to actually be controlled or have a negative connotation to him. He's magnificent, benevolent, and all that is good and lucky and expansive. I'm comparing his retrograde, and I'm kind of proud of this analogy, to a time-released capsule. So instead of him bringing in jolts of like big windfalls and a lot of opportunity and over-optimism and really big chunks, you're taking a time capsule with him. He's dispersing this slowly. Every 2 hours, you're going to feel a little magic. Not necessarily 2 hours, but that's what it would be if you were taking medication called Jupiter. But this is in your 8th house. So, a lot of you Caps have been having luck in your intimacy. Your shared resources are actually really going to pick up through now and August of 2015. And the 8th house is also property and shared resources. Oh, I said that. Inheritances, wills, estates, things 8th house. Very intense house. Death and sex rule the 8th house. So you're having a lot of luck and expansion in this area. So on the 10th, okay, this is where things get real narcissistic. And I like that. On the 10th of December, Venus is going to transit into your sign. I love a Venus transit. You are looking your best. This is your first house of self, the body. And, you know, when she transits into Cap, she meets up with Pluto, who's been there, conjunct Pluto. So Pluto is governing this house right now for you and bringing on a real intensity to you, Capricorn. Pluto is intensity, deep-seated feelings. So when a planet meets up with him and they conjunct each other, he adds more intensity to what the other planet has to offer, and Venus is love and money. So check it. Love and money in the first with an intensity behind it. Things are coming to you. You're looking your best aesthetically. You couldn't be hotter. Venus is beautifying you, but Venus also wants to smooth you over. So any rough edges, you know, any stylistic changes that need to be made, Venus is working her magic on you. On the 15th and 16th, I want you to take heed of those dates because our Uranus-Pluto Square, Pluto in Capricorn, is going to be activated again at 12 degrees. It'll also activate again in March, but this month there's a tenseness. Is that a word? There's an intensity, but it's more of a uncomfortable, tense aspect. It's pitting your fourth house of home and foundation against your first house of self. You might feel uncomfortable in your own dwelling. You might have to get out of the house on the 15th and 16th and not take anything too seriously, and don't react to incoming messages in the home or people in the home. Now, fourth house is also family and foundation, where you come from, your roots. It's the lowest part on the astrological wheel, the fourth house. It's your deep roots. So there could be an uncomfortable energy around that area for you in your life. And however that would apply to you, there's thousands of people watching this, but here's an example. You could hear from a relative that you've lost contact with. There could be an intense need for you to respond to them. Get back to me is what I'm hearing. Get back to me, man. I'm leaving you another message. I don't know if you need to react. I might, take the message with a grain of salt, or the feeling of pressure that you feel doesn't need to be acted upon on the 15th and 16th. Give it some time. This is just a transit. It's not going to be a temporary or a permanent feeling, but a temporary one. Now on the 16th, we have another player in the game in your first house. Mercury is entering your first house of communications. He's entering Capricorn. So he's going to meet up with Venus and Pluto. And Mercury is everything communication. It's local travel. It's errands. You're very expressive with Mercury in the first. And coming across very smoothly and very well, beautifully, words trickle off your tongue because you've got the support of Venus in the first. See what I mean? These planets act together. Combine Pluto, everything you say has an intensity behind it. People are like, man, that girl really knows what she's talking about, or that guy really knows his shit. That's the conjunct aspect of planets meeting up together. They bounce off each other. They work with each other because we hold this energy within ourselves. We are their energy. We can feel it. We embody these energies. On the 21st, just as if the party weren't starting already, this is where the sun transits into you. Happy birthday. So the 21st of December, like every year, the sun transits into Capricorn, into your first house, conjunct Venus, conjunct Mercury, and Pluto. In addition to our new moon at 0 degrees Capricorn is in your first house. This is your new moon of the whole year, but it's at 0 degrees. And I think what people need to know is that not every new moon, starts at the 0 degree sector. Each slice of the pie has between 0 and 30 degrees in it. And sometimes new moons start at 10 degrees, 15, 20. It doesn't, it just depends. Now, it would really benefit you to look at your natal charts and see where your 0 degree Capricorn lies. because that's the sector you need to initiate something very new and get your intentions aligned and write that stuff down, because magic happens. So the sun conjunct the new moon, conjunct Venus and Mercury and Pluto, all in Capricorn. I don't think there's going to be a Capricorn walking on this earth that people aren't, drawn right to, but also really creating what it is they desire. You're getting yours, Cap. You're getting yours. On the 23rd, this is the transit everyone's hyped up about. I'll be writing an article about this in December on my website. But Saturn's leaving Scorpio, where, he was sextiling you in your first house, but Saturn's leaving Scorpio on the 23rd and going into Sagittarius, your 12th house of quiet time, psychic ability, inner reflection, dreams, creative music ability. The 12th house is also intuition. Oh, I said that, psychic ability. It's the most quiet house. And to have Saturn there, Saturn is restructuring. He is restriction. He's control. And lessons learned, life lessons. With Saturn, I don't even mind Saturn in the 12th, because if there's any house he's not going to cause a big upheaval, it's the 12th. You might just be realigning your subconscious mind with the ability to channel. Everyone can channel. It doesn't just take a medium. I think everyone has these abilities, but when you really practice and you call upon them and you choose the path that chose you, you're equally receptive, you get messages, and I'm living proof of that. So, your ability to channel might actually increase with Saturn there. I want to get to the cards. Oh, and by the way, Saturn, he transits every 2.5 years. So he won't revisit this house for another 27 to 30 years. Hence the Saturn return happening every 27, 30 years. All right, Cap, let's see what's up. And as usual, if you'd like to read with me, you can find me at audreyallison.com and on Facebook at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. Capricorn. The Seven of Swords. You want to bite your tongue a little bit. Mars leaving you. Mars is still with you the first 3 days of December. And you want to watch your words that day because you have a little aggression, or you could be a little gossipy the first 3 days of December. Also, going inward in that 12th house would actually suit you real well with the Seven of Swords. But I'll do a summation of all the cards after I pull them. What? King of Coins, baby. This is the master of your money, your environment, your occupation. The highest money card, coin card in the deck, in the tarot. Yeah, and it's an earth sign, just like you, Cappy. This is you. So you're achieving those goals. The Ace of Cups, finding one's purpose or destiny, getting the path aligned, meeting the right people. Oh, and the Ten of Cups. All communications coming in, harmony, happiness, getting aligned with the right people. All right, if I was, I'm doing the reading, here's a summation. If we were on the horn, this is what I would say in a 10-minute reading. Okay. You've got people talking about you. This card is, you could be also a part of the gossip, at least in the first 3 days. I'd watch your tone, but people are also onto you. They're like, what do they have going on that I can get on? So you might have a little bit of side eye happening. However, it doesn't matter because look at your paw. It's on the coin. So you're like, this is mine. I got this. You have a goal in mind, Cap. This is your goal, and you're being aligned with all the right people coming to you. It's all happening. And, with all of that energy in Capricorn, it's unavoidable. So just ride that wave. Ride it on. My name is Audrey Allison, and I wish you a beautiful holiday, a happy birthday, all that. So I'll see you next month. Have a sweet day.